Welcome to Book Buzz Reviews and Summaries. Imagine unlocking the boundless potential within you, reaching heights of creativity, intelligence, and fulfillment that you never thought possible. What if you could harness a source of brilliance so profound that it transformed your understanding of reality and elevated every aspect of your life? In Super Geni by Deepak Chopra, you are invited on an extraordinary journey to tap into this hidden wellspring of genius that lies dormant within us all. In an era where the pursuit of success often feels like a relentless race with no finish line, Chopra presents a revolutionary approach that defies conventional wisdom. Rather than striving harder or working longer, Super Geni challenges you to cultivate a deeper connection with your own innate intelligence. It explores the idea that true genius is not a rare gift bestowed upon a select few, but a state of being accessible to everyone. Chopra's insights draw from a rich tapestry of science, spirituality, and psychology, weaving together a compelling narrative that reveals how you can transcend ordinary limits and achieve extraordinary outcomes. At the heart of Super Geni is the premise that our greatest limitations are self-imposed, shaped by our beliefs, habits, and perceptions. Chopra reveals how to dismantle these barriers and access a higher state of consciousness where creativity and insight flow effortlessly. Through a series of transformative practices and thought-provoking exercises, the book guides you to awaken this latent potential, offering practical tools to harness your mental and emotional resources in unprecedented ways. Chopra's approach is grounded in the latest research on the brain and mind, yet it is infused with the timeless wisdom of ancient spiritual traditions. This synthesis provides a holistic understanding of genius that encompasses not just intellectual prowess but also emotional intelligence and spiritual awareness. Super Geni is more than a manual for personal achievement, it is a blueprint for a richer, more meaningful existence. As you delve into the pages of Super Geni, you'll encounter stories of individuals who have transcended their perceived limits and achieved remarkable success. These real-life examples serve as both inspiration and evidence that the principles Chopra advocates are not mere theory but practical, transformative tools. Each chapter is designed to challenge your existing paradigms and encourage you to explore new ways of thinking and being. Chopra's writing is both engaging and accessible, making complex concepts understandable and actionable. He combines his deep knowledge of Eastern philosophy with contemporary scientific insights to create a compelling narrative that speaks directly to the reader's aspirations and challenges. Whether you're an aspiring leader, a creative professional, or someone seeking personal growth, Super Geni offers a roadmap to unlock your full potential. It promises not just a shift in perspective, but a profound transformation that can lead to a more fulfilling and successful life. With Chopra's guidance, you'll discover how to tap into the genius within you, unleash your creative power, and achieve goals you once thought were beyond reach. In a world that often demands more from us, Super Geni offers a refreshing alternative, a path to excellence through self-discovery and inner awakening. It's not just a book, it's an invitation to explore the deepest recesses of your own mind and to emerge with a newfound understanding of what you are truly capable of achieving. Introduction: The interplay of genes and consciousness. In Super Genes, Deepak Chopra, along with co-author Rudolf E. Tanzi, explores the groundbreaking science of epigenetics, the idea that our genes are not just static blueprints but dynamic entities that respond to our environment, thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. This book is not merely a treatise on genetic science, but a holistic guide to understanding the profound connection between our genetic makeup and our conscious choices. Chopra and Tanzi argue that we are not slaves to our DNA. Instead, we are active participants in our genetic expression, with the power to influence our health, longevity, and even the quality of our lives through conscious lifestyle choices. By tapping into the concept of super genes, they propose that we can unlock our genetic potential and lead healthier, more fulfilling lives. This review will take you on a journey through the book's key concepts, delving into how our genes interact with our environment, the role of mind-body practices in gene expression, and practical strategies for harnessing the power of our super genes. Chapter 1: The New Biology, From Static to Dynamic. The first chapter sets the stage by challenging the traditional view of genes as immutable blueprints that determine our fate. Instead, Chopra and Tanzi introduce the concept of the dynamic genome, where genes are highly responsive to external and internal stimuli. This paradigm shift, rooted in the science of epigenetics, suggests that our lifestyle choices, environment, and even thoughts can influence gene expression. The authors explain how gene expression works, emphasizing that while we inherit a set of genes from our parents, how these genes are expressed, or turned on and off, is largely influenced by our behaviors and environment. This is where the concept of super genes comes into play. By making conscious choices, we can optimize our gene expression, potentially reducing the risk of chronic diseases and enhancing our overall well-being. The chapter also introduces the idea of gene expression switches, which are influenced by factors such as diet, stress, exercise, and sleep. Chopra and Tansey lay the foundation for the rest of the book by asserting that we have more control over our health and genetic destiny than previously thought. Chapter 2, The Mind-Body Connection, Genes and Consciousness. In this chapter, Chopra and Tansey delve deeper into the mind-body connection, exploring how our thoughts, emotions, and beliefs can influence gene expression. They argue that our consciousness plays a crucial role in shaping our biology, and that by cultivating a positive mindset and practicing mindfulness, we can positively affect our genetic makeup. The authors discuss the science behind the mind-body connection, citing studies that show how stress and negative emotions can lead to harmful gene expression, while positive emotions and mindfulness practices can promote healthy gene activity. They introduce the concept of psychogenomics, which examines how psychological states can influence gene expression. This chapter also explores the role of meditation and other mind-body practices in optimizing gene expression. Chopra and Tansey present evidence that regular meditation can lead to beneficial changes in gene expression, such as reducing inflammation and boosting immune function. They encourage readers to incorporate mindfulness practices into their daily routines as a way to harness the power of their super genes. Chapter 3, Diet and Nutrition, Fueling Your Super Genes. Diet and nutrition play a critical role in gene expression, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tansey explore how what we eat can influence our genetic destiny. They emphasize the importance of a balanced, nutrient-rich diet in promoting healthy gene expression and preventing chronic diseases. The authors discuss the concept of nutrigenomics, which studies how different foods and nutrients affect gene expression. They provide practical advice on how to eat in a way that supports optimal gene function, including recommendations for specific foods that have been shown to positively influence gene expression. This chapter also addresses the impact of toxins and pollutants on our genes, highlighting the importance of minimizing exposure to harmful substances. Chopra and Tansey offer tips for detoxifying the body and choosing foods that support the body's natural detoxification processes. In addition to dietary advice, the authors discuss the role of supplements in gene expression, noting that certain vitamins and minerals can support healthy gene function. They caution, however, against over-reliance on supplements and emphasize the importance of getting nutrients from whole foods whenever possible. Chapter 4, Stress and Gene Expression, The Silent Saboteur. Stress is a major factor in gene expression, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tansey explore how chronic stress can lead to harmful genetic changes that increase the risk of disease. They discuss the mechanisms by which stress affects gene expression, including the activation of stress hormones like cortisol, which can lead to inflammation and other negative health outcomes. The authors emphasize the importance of managing stress in order to optimize gene expression and protect against chronic diseases. They provide practical strategies for reducing stress, including mindfulness practices, relaxation techniques, and lifestyle changes that promote a more balanced and stress-free life. Chopra and Tansey also discuss the concept of resilience in relation to stress and gene expression. They argue that by cultivating resilience through positive thinking, social support, and healthy coping mechanisms, we can protect our genes from the harmful effects of stress and promote overall well-being. This chapter highlights the importance of a holistic approach to stress management, one that includes not only mental and emotional strategies but also physical practices such as exercise and proper sleep. Chapter 5, Exercise, The Epigenetic Power of Movement. Exercise is another powerful factor in gene expression, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tansey explore how physical activity can influence our genetic destiny. They discuss the science behind exercise and gene expression, highlighting how regular physical activity can turn on genes that promote health and longevity, while turning off genes associated with disease. The authors provide evidence that exercise can influence a wide range of genes involved in processes such as inflammation, metabolism, and cellular repair. They also discuss the benefits of different types of exercise, from aerobic activities like running and swimming to strength training and yoga, and how each type of exercise affects gene expression in different ways. Chopra and Tanzi emphasize the importance of finding an exercise routine that works for you and making it a regular part of your life. They provide practical tips for incorporating more movement into your day, even if you have a busy schedule or limited mobility. This chapter also explores the concept of exercise genomics, which studies how individual genetic variations affect the body's response to exercise. The authors discuss how understanding your unique genetic makeup can help you tailor your exercise routine to maximize its benefits. Chapter 6: Sleep, the Regenerative Power of Rest. Sleep is a critical factor in gene expression, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tanzi explore how proper rest can influence our genetic health. They discuss the role of sleep in regulating gene expression, particularly in relation to processes such as cellular repair, hormone production, and immune function. The authors emphasize the importance of getting enough quality sleep in order to optimize gene expression and protect against chronic diseases. They provide practical advice on how to improve sleep hygiene, including tips for creating a sleep-friendly environment, establishing a bedtime routine, and managing factors that can interfere with sleep, such as stress and electronic devices. This chapter also explores the concept of chronobiology, which studies how the timing of sleep and other behaviors affects gene expression. Chopra and Tanzi discuss the importance of aligning your sleep patterns with your natural circadian rhythms in order to support healthy gene function. The authors also address the impact of sleep disorders, such as insomnia and sleep apnea, on gene expression and overall health. They provide strategies for managing these conditions and improving sleep quality in order to optimize genetic health. Chapter 7: Emotions and Relationships, the Social Dimension of Gene Expression. Our emotions and social relationships play a significant role in gene expression, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tanzi explore how our interactions with others can influence our genetic health. They discuss the science behind the social dimension of gene expression, highlighting how positive relationships and emotional well-being can promote healthy gene activity, while negative emotions and social isolation can lead to harmful genetic changes. The authors provide evidence that emotions such as love, gratitude, and compassion can positively influence gene expression, while emotions such as anger, fear, and sadness can have negative effects. They also discuss the importance of social support in promoting genetic health, emphasizing the role of close relationships and community in buffering against stress and promoting overall well-being. Chopra and Tanzi offer practical advice on how to cultivate positive emotions and build strong social connections in order to optimize gene expression. They encourage readers to practice gratitude, forgiveness, and empathy as ways to enhance emotional well-being and support healthy genetic activity. This chapter also explores the concept of social genomics, which studies how social factors, such as relationships and social status, influence gene expression. The authors discuss how understanding the social dimension of gene expression can help us make choices that promote not only our own health, but also the health of those around us. Chapter 8: The Power of Belief, Harnessing the Placebo Effect. Beliefs play a powerful role in shaping our health and well-being, and in this chapter, Chopra and Tanzi explore how the placebo effect, a phenomenon where positive beliefs and expectations lead to real physiological changes, can influence gene expression. They discuss the science behind the placebo effect, highlighting how belief can activate healing pathways in the body and promote healthy gene expression. The authors provide evidence that the placebo effect is not just a psychological phenomenon but also a biological one, with measurable effects on gene activity. They discuss how positive beliefs and expectations can influence the brain's chemistry, leading to changes in hormone levels, immune function, and other processes that affect gene expression. Chopra and Tanzi also explore the concept of nocebo, where negative beliefs and expectations can lead to harmful physiological changes and negative gene expression. They emphasize the importance of cultivating positive beliefs and avoiding negative thought patterns in order to support healthy gene activity. This chapter offers practical strategies for harnessing the power of belief to promote health and well-being, including techniques for cultivating a positive mindset, visualizing positive outcomes, and using affirmations to reinforce healthy beliefs. Chapter 9: Spirituality and Gene Expression, Transcending the Material World. In this chapter, Chopra and Tansey explore the role of spirituality in gene expression, arguing that our spiritual beliefs and practices can have a profound impact on our genetic health. They discuss the science behind the spiritual dimension of gene expression, highlighting how practices such as meditation, prayer, and contemplation can influence gene activity in ways that promote health and well-being. The authors provide evidence that spiritual practices can lead to beneficial changes in gene expression, such as reducing inflammation, boosting immune function, and promoting longevity. They discuss how these practices can help us connect with something greater than ourselves, leading to a sense of purpose and meaning that supports overall well-being. Chopra and Tansey also explore the concept of spiritual genomics, which studies how spiritual beliefs and practices influence gene expression. They argue that by cultivating a spiritual practice, we can tap into our super genes and unlock our full potential. This chapter offers practical advice on how to incorporate spirituality into your life in a way that supports genetic health. The authors encourage readers to explore different spiritual practices and find one that resonates with them, whether it's meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature. Chapter 10: The Super Genes Lifestyle, Putting It All Together. The final chapter of the book brings together all of the concepts discussed in previous chapters into a cohesive lifestyle plan designed to optimize gene expression and promote overall health and well-being. Chopra and Tansey provide a step-by-step guide to creating a super genes lifestyle, with practical tips for incorporating healthy habits into your daily routine. The authors emphasize the importance of making small, gradual changes rather than trying to overhaul your lifestyle all at once. They provide advice on how to set realistic goals, track your progress, and stay motivated as you work toward optimizing your gene expression. This chapter also includes a discussion of the super genes community, where the authors encourage readers to connect with others who are also on the journey to optimizing their genetic health. They emphasize the importance of social support and community in promoting health and well-being and provide tips for finding and building S. Chopra and Tansey conclude the book with a message of empowerment, reminding readers that they have the power to influence their genetic destiny through conscious choices and healthy habits. They encourage readers to take control of their health and start living the super genes lifestyle today. Conclusion: Unleashing Your Inner Genius. As we draw the final curtain on Super Genius by Deepak Chopra, we stand on the precipice of transformation, equipped with profound insights into the nature of genius and the vast potential that lies within each of us. Chopra's exploration into the realm of superintelligence and personal excellence challenges us to rethink our understanding of genius, not as a rare gift possessed by a few, but as an attainable state of being accessible to everyone. Throughout the book, Chopra has meticulously dismantled the myth that genius is reserved for the extraordinary and the exceptional. Instead, he presents a compelling case that each of us has the capacity to tap into a higher level of creativity, insight, and brilliance. The journey of super genius invites us to look inward, to harness the untapped reservoirs of potential that reside within us, and to cultivate our inherent genius through mindfulness, self-awareness, and deliberate practice. The essence of Chopra's message is clear: genius is not merely about raw intelligence or exceptional talent, it is about the alignment of mind, body, and spirit in pursuit of a higher purpose. By integrating principles of ancient wisdom with modern science, Chopra provides a roadmap for awakening our inner genius. This awakening involves transcending the limits of conventional thinking and embracing a more expansive, holistic view of our capabilities. One of the most empowering aspects of super genius is its focus on practical strategies for realizing our potential. Chopra's insights on meditation, visualization, and self-reflection are not abstract concepts, but actionable tools that can be incorporated into our daily lives. These practices help us to clear mental blocks, enhance focus, and cultivate a mindset that is receptive to innovative ideas and solutions. They enable us to transform challenges into opportunities and to approach problems with a fresh, creative perspective. As we embrace the principles outlined in Super Genius, we are encouraged to redefine our relationship with failure and success. Chopra teaches us that failure is not an end but a stepping stone to greater achievements. It is through the process of overcoming setbacks and persistently striving towards our goals that we unlock the full potential of our genius. In closing, Super Genius serves as both a guide and an inspiration. It challenges us to transcend self-imposed limitations and to recognize that the extraordinary is within our grasp. By embracing Chopra's teachings and applying them with dedication, we can awaken our inner genius, achieve personal excellence, and contribute meaningfully to the world. The journey to becoming a super genius is not a destination but an ongoing process of growth and discovery. As you move forward, let the lessons of this book illuminate your path, inspire your actions, and empower you to realize the boundless potential that lies within. Embrace your inner genius with confidence and curiosity, and embark on a transformative journey that will shape your future and enrich your life. Please read the book to learn more and consider subscribing to support the channel. Thank you.